represents the cut wrist and hand slit of over 1,000,001 slaves forced off hard ships. Their privilege to write and read was stripped. So I write and read everything for everyone missed, because without them, I wouldn't exist. So, all right, because I'm from East Oakland.
That was author and spoken word artist J.R. Rice, who joins me now in studio ahead of his book launch for his new book, Broken Pencils. J.R. Rice, thank you so much for being here at Live in the Bay.
Hello, this is a pleasure.
Hello, I'm so excited to talk about your book launch, but before we do that, I want to know a little bit about you and your background. How did you first get started with spoken word?
Yeah, of course. So with spoken word, poetry has always been like a passion of mine ever since I was like young and just a little one. I've always had this like wild imagination. I always loved just language. So I actually got started a long time ago in like middle school. I used to rap with my friends, like at lunchtime. We'd just be banging on the trash cans, freestyling. And eventually that grew into this channel for me to just kind of vent my emotions. So now I'm using poetry more to kind of to express what's going on inside of me, what's the issues that I might be dealing with. So poetry also has like saved my life. I went through a lot of like trauma when I was younger, so I'm using poetry as a way of coping as well.
I was just going to ask, where do you draw your inspiration from when you're coming up with your different poetry?
Yeah, my inspiration comes from a lot of different places, a lot of different people. Like one of my biggest inspirations is actually Langston Hughes. He's like a Renaissance man to me, so I try to just borrow a lot from him in terms of just being a poet, being a novelist, being a playwright, and so I try to take a lot from him as well.
All right, well, that's really cool. I love that. You've turned this into a social Saturdays, a time that you can get together and kind of unleash everything that's in you and get these poems out. So tell me about Social Saturdays.
Yeah, Social Saturdays is actually an artist showcase that my business partner and I think to talk about, put together. About a year ago, we wanted to bring the community and local artists together and within a safe space. So we developed this artist showcase series called Social Saturday, which takes place every first Saturday at Cafe Lakeview. And we've had numerous people from poets, musicians, bands, dancers. Last event we had Tongo Isan Martin, who's actually the poet laureate of SF. So things are going well, and our next one's actually this Saturday.
Okay, amazing. Where will it be?
At Cafe Lakeview in Oakland, right around the Lake Merritt.
Okay. Yeah. What have you seen from Social Saturdays when the community comes together and people are pouring out their hearts? What's something that you've taken away from these events?
It's just like-minded people coming together for a like-minded cause. It's just brown, black, short, tall, old, young. Everyone's just coming together for their love of culture, for their love of community. So it's just a safe space where people make new friends, people make new family. And so it's just a beautiful place where we're just trying to engage the community and also engage more artists.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, we have to talk about your book, Broken Pencils. I have a copy right here. This is debuting next week, right?
Actually, it already came out.
It did?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
congratulations.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, congratulations on this debuting, Broken Pencils. What will we find behind the pages here?
A crazy, crazy story. So it's called Broken Pencils because usually like if you take like a pencil and you break it at the end, it's usually pointless. And so in this story, you follow the protagonist who's on the cover. His name is Jonah Tarver. He's a troubled young black teenager from Oakland who believes that life is pointless. And so on the night of his senior prom and also the anniversary of his best friend's death, he's trying to discover the purpose in life, the point of life, or uncover that we're all just a bunch of broken pencils.
Broken pencils.
So the book deals with deals with mental health, it deals with grief, it deals with existentialism, all kind of from the Black experience. So what I tried to do was my favorite book is actually Catcher in the Rye. So I tried to do kind of like a Black version of Catcher in the Rye. It's set in Oakland.
What did it mean to you to get this book put together and launched?
Oh man, crazy. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't believe this, but I've been working on the same book for 15 years.
Wow.
And I finished the first draft out of college, and I was submitted to publishers. They say no. I retweak it and then submit it. They say no, and then just keep going back and forth over years. And I probably got about 1,000 rejections. And so this book means a lot to me. It's dedicated to my father, who passed away about 7 years ago. It's also dedicated to my best friend, both of whom are included within the story. So it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And also, the bigger point of this book, what I want to do is, the book is about a young man who feels that his life is broken. And the message I want to give to people who read it is that you might feel broken, but that doesn't necessarily mean you are. And so, not to spoil it too much, but the message in the book is to give people a sense of hope that we're more than our past, we're more than just the damage. We are what remains from damage.
Well, J.R., thank you so much for joining us. First, congratulations on getting this out and published. This has been a work in the making for a long time, so I appreciate you joining us to share about it and for being here today.
Thank you for this opportunity. This is great.